Hey, Bill, so runner-up.
Yes.
Pretty good.
It's very good, very good.
I know you guys are disappointed you want the national title.
Yeah, we do.
Right? But runner-up at the Ironman, it's the highest your team's ever finished.
By far.
Pretty good, man.
It is.
And you've got, I've been saying it to them, I've been saying it to your guys, you have room for error.
Absolutely. So, with that being said, we have one senior, right? And we have a couple really good, we have 5 freshmen in the lineup. You know, we definitely have a bright future. But we're happy, but it's like anything, right? We only have 5 placers. We brought 14, we placed second, but there's a lot of room to improve. A lot of room from now till March. So, I mean, that's the goal. We come out here to see where we're at, and we know that we have a lot of work to do.
Biggest thing here, you have some disappointing losses. How do you, blood round heavyweight? That guy's got to pull through at the state duels, at the state tournament. You need that guy.
Absolutely.
How do you flip results like that? I mean, you're not going to hit the Brexville guy in the round of 12 anymore. But how do you get that guy into a state final? How do you get the guys into big tournaments, big duels, winning big matches?
Absolutely. I think it just comes down to mindset and believing in themselves. I think, Bo and Jax do such a good job. They raise everybody on a team. Everybody's trying to get to their level. Everyone's trying to wrestle at their level. So there's no doubt that heavyweight's going to be ready to go come state duels, come Powerade. He's just getting off a football season, really good football player. So we're just grateful that he's in the lineup. And he lost a tough one, but he'll be ready to go. He's a good kid, and there's a lot of kids like that they're so close, but we need them next year to place. We need to place 10 to 14 to win this.
How important is it to get, especially your young guys, to do a tournament like this to kind of, test themselves out against national high-level competition?
I think it's one of those, it's a double-edged sword because, we have some really good freshmen in the lineup and not a single freshman placed, and they're used to winning, right? So we got to go back and we got to reevaluate and make them understand that, it's not that they're not great wrestlers. It's just that this is a really tough event. But we come here for the reason of trying to see what they need and see what we need to work on. But it's one of those things they got to stay confident because they're really freaking good. They're really good. So, I mean, it's one of those things I got to do it as a coach. We got to get back to the room and work hard, but I also got to, make sure their minds are right.
There's a question earlier to Bo about how much he's changed the mindset in the game with social media, how much he posts on social media.
Sure.
Do you see any negative in it? You and I have talked about this. We've talked about NIL. I was probably one of the first people you ever really talked to about this.
True.
Do you feel like it's negatively affecting Bo at all? Bo does everything at 1,000 miles an hour. How do you see it affecting him?
Bo does a really good job with, time management. He does a good job of setting time aside for it. And, you guys saw, he's still wrestling pretty darn good. So, if his wrestling's not dropping, to me, I think it's a great thing. I think he's changing the sport. I think, a lot of little kids, a lot of new parents are looking up to him and learning a lot from him. And I know if he was a little kid and, somebody was doing that when he was younger, he would have been locked into it. So honestly, I think that, Bo's changing the sport and many things that he's doing, not only social media, but just having fun with it, getting out there, getting after it as a wrestler and, being able to do both. So
how do you, especially for your really high-level guys, how do you keep them motivated when they come off a tournament like this? You guys go back home and, you have dual meets against the likes of, Bedford and stuff like that. How do you keep them motivated to keep, going out there when it's inferior opponents?
Sure, absolutely. They love, we have such a family atmosphere and a family environment. They love being with each other. They love, they love the dual meets. They love the home matches. So, they're excited to get back to Tuesday. We wrestle a local team, but they're going to have so much fun with it. And our school really embraces wrestling. They do a really good job. And it's, so honestly, yeah, it's going to go, they're going to go back after a big match like that or a big dual or tournament like this, but they're going to be fine. They love it, So I have absolutely no problem with that. They're going to get back there and get right back after it.
I don't want Bo to think that I was disparaging UPJ.
Yeah.
But I asked when he was going to eliminate them from the list. He will not rule them out.
No,
that is your
not.
Home base.
It
right?
is. It is.
I was like, hey, just get them off the list already. And he said, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Why is it important to keep UPJ out there and push UPJ out how he is?
Yeah, so, I'm sure, most people know about Coach Pecora. Coach Pecora was probably the best coach of all time as far as wins. He's a D2 coach. He just recently passed away from UPJ.
48 years.
Unbelievable.
The coach for
yes.
48 years.
And up until the day he passed away, he was living the right lifestyle. Bo learned a lot of life lessons off of him. And then some of the wrestlers that he coached. So to Bo, Coach Pecora meant a lot to him. So the least he could do is keep them on the list. And, you know, there's so many people that now know who UPJ is because of that graphic. You know, and the bottom line is, it's in our backyard, you know, so it's really cool. He has a lot of ties to the UPJ guys, so it's really neat.
Coach Pecora, to add on to it, Coach the only 6-time NCAA champion.
Yes.
So let's put that out there. Give credit where
Carlton
credit's due.
Assery.
Okay, it looks like we might have to end up. Bo needs you. Do you got anything else for us?
No, thank you guys
Lawrence,
so
you got
much.
any?
Congrats.
Iron